Keep forgetting to change the time of my motherfucking live. Fuck it. YouTube. It's your boy Jersey Rich back on another live video again. Tapping in for a quick ass second. I ain't gonna be live at all. Too long. Just thought I'd pop up in here. You know what I mean? Seen another case, breaking down a little bit of Diddy's case on Hot 97. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But make sure y'all hit the like button though. Hit the like button for your boy. I appreciate it. I might go back, put something in the air real fast outside. But yeah, I'm here, YouTube. Everybody hit the like button. So we're gonna get into some Diddy shit. I'm gonna show some content for Hot 97. You know, we're gonna talk about what they talking about with Diddy's case. And we're gonna go from there, YouTube. Everybody hit the like button. I know it's gonna be a bunch of trolls in here. Don't start with the troll stuff. Just hit the start like button, y'all. Hit the like button and make the video go. What? What with the question mark? What's with the question mark? What? Come on, you dumbass trolls. Hold on, y'all. So I'm gonna play some content in a quick second. Right now, I'm just talking to the chat for a quick minute. Hit the like button, though, y'all. Shit, that makes me happy when it comes to the like button. Why you keep saying what, bro? What? Are you half retarded or something? Are you half slow or something? Like what? What's your question, bro? The fuck? You trolls be something else. What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me, my dude. Ain't nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with y'all, man? Hit the like button. Eminem is my favorite rapper. Yeah, Eminem is dope. Check out that new song with Eminem and LL Cool J. That shit go tough. That Eminem track with LL Cool J. That shit tough. Hold on real fast. Bunch of just trolls in your shit for no damn reason. As we call him Diddy Lover, he said Terry and Russell for Russell. Jay Z is next. Salon said 50 Cent already got the receipts. Ooh, yeah, I know there's gonna be more indictments coming. Like you said, it's an enterprise. So a lot of people knew what Diddy was doing. They was involved with it. Maybe even like Stevie J. You know, he's been real close with Diddy. He was in what wasn't he in my Diddy's Miami mansion when that shit got raided? You know what I'm saying? So it's got a lot of indictments going. I'm starting to actually see a lot of pictures from Aaliyah. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. I said this in one of my other lives, but I'm seeing a whole gang of pictures with Aaliyah. Was like 16, 17 years old, maybe just 18. Even if she was 18 in the pictures, right? Because they don't have to really look back. Because I'm sure they're gonna bring back some of them damn evidence shit about Aaliyah's case and shit like that, right? But there's a lot of damn pictures with Aaliyah, with Jay Z, Dame Dash, Diddy, just at random parties, just like all white parties, sitting on couches and beds and all that shit with a bunch of pillows. So there's a lot of videos, a lot of footage, not footage, but it's a lot of pictures going out with Aaliyah, even though she passed away. But they're trying to bring her name back into the mix with a lot of this stuff too. They're definitely trying to bring Aaliyah's. I don't know why they're trying to bring her into it. Like, Aaliyah passed away back in the day, what, 90 something, 2000 or what, 2000? Aaliyah passed away. So, and I feel like R. Kelly already got charged with some of that stuff. I don't feel like you need to really charge Diddy. R. Kelly already locked up, and some of that shit I feel like has to do with Aaliyah too. He was fucking with Aaliyah when she was like 15. And that shit was a fact because people got evidence on that shit when it comes to R. Kelly. But I tell you this: if Diddy is arrested, his case is gonna be a lot worse than R. Kelly. R. Kelly has a better chance of getting out of jail than Diddy does. Salute, salute. Everybody hit that like button. People forget to hit the like button. Like I said, I'm cool with not getting so many likes because I already know I'll be having a bunch of trolls for some reason. It's a bunch of trolls that pop in these chats when you go vertical for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just a bunch of trolls because you on the board, you on the wall. They say I'm on the wall, so I come check you out. You know what I mean? But damn, hit the like button if you gonna come fuck with the content. This guy look nice behind me, right? That shit look nice, like a damn picture and shit. Yeah? I was getting at the trolls yesterday on my shit too. Trolls is getting out of hand. Got to put these trolls in their damn spot too, in their damn place. Trolls be thinking shit sweet all the fucking time. Diddy about to have the best party ever. Yo, for real. Him and R. Kelly and shit. They in there motherfucking playing spades and shit. All them down, all that damn baby oil and shit. All that damn baby oil. Yeah, that shit fat, boy. I want to know this too on some real shit. Diddy like in his 50s, like you that freaky at 50 something years old? Like you like how many times a day can you fuck though on some real shit? Like I'm in my 30s, I can still get it in a couple rounds, but these niggas on some other type of freaky shit. They on some different type of freaky level. They on some orgy and I'm not even gonna name like some other shit that I heard Diddy. I gotta play some of the footage of what they said Diddy had other niggas do to him and shit. Like they into that freaky kinky stuff, bro. That domination type shit. So it's not even the sex parties why Diddy's getting locked up. It has nothing to do with the damn sex parties. It's him flying girls out. That's what he fucked up at. Him flying girls out and maybe drug use and shit like that. Which I feel like some of that I don't to each his own because they played that shit with Bill Cosby that he tried to drug people up. You got to have evidence of that them being drugged. So they're gonna have to have a hard evidence of them really being drugged. You just can't go by somebody's words. That did he drug me? Okay. For one thing, you gotta have evidence that they were drugged. Got to be in a system. It's got to be some kind of evidence. You just can't say, well, did he drug me and shit like that? No, because there is people that's trying to get a payday from him too. You got to believe in that too. There is people trying to get a payday off of this. He didn't do bad to everybody. I'm not saying Diddy and the monster because he is, but this is a chance that everybody can get a payday from him now. So like, there's gonna be a lot of lawsuits going on with Diddy because everybody want a piece of that money now. Because everybody know this money gonna come with this shit. That's what they think. But the way Diddy's case is going, I'm gonna tell you this: Diddy would give all his money up to be free. That's how bad it is. He would give all his money up to be free. All the money in his account, he would give the fuck up to be free. Like anybody else. Money don't mean nothing. Like, what's money gonna do if you locked in jail? Diddy would give all his money up to be free. That's the same shit they try to do to Ja Rule and Murder Inc. If y'all don't remember when Ja Rule and 50 Cent was beefing, that's the reason why Ja Rule couldn't come at 50 Cent. Because they was going to do an indictment and shit. They was going to do fucking feds and shit. That's why Ja Rule couldn't come at 50 Cent. That's the reason why 50 Cent beat Ja Rule in that rap battle. That's the real reason. It had nothing to do with best songs, none of that shit. It had to do with Ja Rule couldn't drop certain songs or they were going to go to jail. He couldn't talk about certain things in songs until the indictment was over. You know what I mean? So when you got the feds in your case and shit like that, it's a lot of shit you can't do. Damn, these kids are screaming out here. This will be the best and greatest decision for the election that there will. What, to lock Diddy up existing? Nah, I mean, what, to lock Diddy up? Yeah, thank you for hitting the like button, Dolly. Definitely appreciate it. Blessings to you. I feel like this ain't just about Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't the master. I don't even feel like he's the real mastermind of this. You gotta look at the people that put Diddy on before him. Who made Diddy a monster? You gotta look at them first. Somebody taught Diddy this game. Somebody put him on. You know what I mean? It's just like R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly was abused as a kid, right? So what you think happens when you're an adult? You're gonna do that shit that you thought is okay. You're gonna abuse other people. The fuck? Like, that's just what happens in life. People go through trauma, and that's kind of the result you get. You got to understand, Diddy had a lot of death around him. A lot of people died around Diddy, a lot of drama. You know what I mean? Diddy had to do a lot of shit. He probably had to take it up the ass, suck dick. He probably had to do a lot of weird shit. That's the reason why a motherfucker go in on people to do their job, to do this, to do that. If you ever watch Making a Band, you see how like retarded he was acting when it comes to those band members? I'm talking about Danny Kane and the band, DABAND. You feel what I'm saying? You say you're gonna miss them Diddy parties. A lot of people gonna miss them Diddy parties. If you on some freaky shit and you fuck with Diddy heavy like that, and yeah, you gonna miss his parties. Cause I heard that Diddy parties was crazy. And I ain't never been to done a Diddy party. Yeah, I'm from Jersey. You know, I always used to go to New York. And yes, I have partied with Rough Riders. Never partied with Diddy though. I've been around Rough Riders though. Never DMX though, but I partied with the Rough Rider clique, and I was a promoter. But hell no, you couldn't pay me to go to a Diddy party. Even like I said this a while ago. Even on the urge when I was trying to get signed to a record label, I never wanted to sign to Bad Boy Records. I never wanted to be a part of Diddy's camp. Never did. It's nothing a part of Diddy's camp other than Diddy has good visions of songs. Other than that, he has bad management skills, and people just have bad turnouts when they come to Diddy. Look at Craig Mack. Look at Black Rob. You feel me? Like, look at what happened to Biggie Smalls. It's just a lot of, even look at like Loon. Well, actually, nothing really happened to Loon. Loon gave up his own. Look at what happened to Mace. Mace went through a whole lot of shit, became a pastor and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so Diddy be changing a whole lot of motherfuckers' characters. But money is powerful, though, yo. Money is powerful. Money can, you can put a hit on somebody. I didn't even know that he blew up Kid Cudi's car. That's how serious it is when you fuck with Diddy. I want to see the I want to hear the people that's going to come forward to testify against Diddy. I want to see who they are. They were talking about this in every podcast, like the other celebrities that might get charged. People want to know who the fuck they are because they know they're going to be dropping motherfucking names. They got all of his cameras. They got all his computers. They got a lot of evidence on Diddy in that whole camp. So a lot of bullshit is going to come out from this shit real soon. So it's definitely gonna be a lot of different indictments coming in. West Camp might be managers, they said bodyguards, it might even be former police officers, bodyguards. It's a lot of different people. It's a lot of different people. You'd be surprised. You gonna be surprised. Like, it's gonna be a lot of different indictments coming out of this case on some real stuff. How you doing, man? On some real stuff. This way Mace became a pastor. Yeah, I'm not saying that's like like the real reason, the only reason why he became a pastor, but a lot of people it's just like Loon, right? Loon was on the top of his game. And a lot of people get fucked up with brother Amir. And I talked to brother, I talked to Loon before a while ago. He goes by Amir now. He doesn't go by Loon. You know what I mean? But brother Amir, aka Loon, he left Bad Boy. He's like the only one I know that look at Sean too. I forget about Sean. We forgot about Sean. Don't forget Sean did a whole fucking case. Not that nigga Barack Obama now. Sean did a whole damn case. He did a whole damn bid for Diddy. But that whole gun charge, that whole shooting happened in the club, that the girl got shot in the face. Loon went to jail for that. I mean, not Loon. Sean went to jail for that. Diddy didn't go to jail for that shit. Diddy always fucking almost got caught, and somebody always take the rap for him. So this is like the first time where he can't. He has to take it himself. You know what I mean? He got to. Everybody forget about Sean. Sean did how many years? Like 10 years, 15 years. Sean did mad years for Diddy ass for that damn gun charge. Mesa just became a pastor just to become one. I feel like he just wanted to get away from the rap game because it's just too much stuff you don't want to be around. You see a lot of shit that you don't want to see. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, listen to one of the interviews from the girl from making the band for Daddy Kane. You know, I forgot her name, but she was speaking on it because she was the only one that was really coming forward talking about stuff, and everybody thought she was lying, just like Cassie. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't put past Diddy. I know he drugged people up. I know he did this. He kind of bragged about it on certain interviews. You know what I mean? About how you get girls. This how you might can keep them. You drug them. You know what I mean? So it's like Diddy kind of you talk yourself into this kind of. You know, Diddy talked himself into this kind of situation too, because he too cocky. He's too cocky with the stuff he was doing behind the scenes, but in his bedroom. You know what I mean? In the parties, this too open. His sexuality, this him just being too open with how he is, what fucked him up. Being too cocky that you're too untouchable. So when you think you're too untouchable, that's when you're gonna learn your lesson. When you think you're too untouchable, that's when you learn your lesson. Anybody can be touched. Diddy's one of the people that never thought he was gonna get touched. Even me. I'm like, yeah, Diddy, they ain't never gonna find nothing on Diddy. He too smart for that. He got too much money, too much lawyer, too much power. Because everything that's went on with Diddy, people died around Diddy. He ain't never get charged for nothing. So I'm like, now he ain't gonna get charged for no sex trafficking. And boom, motherfucking feds raided all his houses, all his mansions, had his kids locked up, handcuffed. Shit crazy, man. Shit is crazy out here. I mean, hey, if you live in foul out here, you live in foul. Well, you know what I mean? What can we do about it? If you live in foul, you live in foul out here. We can't hold your hand in jail and you know what I mean? And we wish free Diddy. Like, nah, man, it's just like R. Kelly. You was living foul here. Hey, you was living foul. Nothing we can do about it. We can't help you out. Everybody definitely hit that like button for your boy. Hit the like button, y'all. Ain't no sense having a bunch of trolls in here, 30 something trolls in here for what? For what? Hit the like button, y'all. Make the videos make sense. You know, what I mean, we just talk about this little Diddy case like everybody else is talking about because ain't nothing else to talk about. That's how the internet does. The internet stays on one fucking topic for some reason. I definitely appreciate the 7 people that hit the like button. Let's get some more likes, though, man. I appreciate it. Even if you a troll, my whole mission is to troll some. My mission is to turn some of you trolls into real subscribers. Scorpio Mama, how you doing? Salute to the queen out there. Yeah, I got a lot of people in the chat now, but it's a lot of trolls in here, Scorpio Mama. So you might have to start blocking people eventually. If you see some people in the chat, if you stay long enough, you know what I mean? Some trolls in here because the way I'm going live now, and a lot of people just pop up in the room now. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Diddy, as I'm saying, do you think this gonna mess up Diddy's legacy? Like, do you feel like you know how it is with R. Kelly? How people stop playing R. Kelly's music like in a club and shit like that? Do you feel like this gonna happen to Diddy? That's definitely leave them comments. Let me tell me I got 38 comments. Somebody said 11 people said no. Yes, I got 87% yes and 13% no. Do I feel like it's gonna ruin his legacy? No, I actually don't. I feel like Diddy was still money off music. I feel like people still gonna kind of like songs that he might have been involved with. I feel like Diddy will always make money. I don't feel like there's gonna be a time where Diddy don't make money off music. if it makes sense. Even though he's going through all his cases, all this shit, I feel like he's still going to make money. Even if he get locked up for life, his family's good. He got too much royalties and shit like that. He has too much stuff. I don't feel like they can't stop everything. I mean they can, but he just has too much back in with songs they help produce and music goes in. Maybe movies he might have helped. He signed people, so he has a lot of different money coming in from different areas. You know what I mean? But a lot of his network they get lower now because a lot of that money has to go to lawyer fees. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of shit. Hey Queen, how you doing? Good to see you here. Yeah, on that fool. Got no comment on that fool, right? That's what I'm saying. What can we do? He plays himself in this position. Too cocky about what he's doing. Too cocky being with younger girls. Too cocky about him being like a tough guy, a gangster in the suit. Diddy always had that persona. Like, yeah, like don't fuck with me. Especially when the cameras is off. Anybody that work with Diddy can tell you, even some of his bodyguards like Gene Dill, that Diddy is straight gangster. Don't get it fucked up. People used to get the pretty boy shit like just like Loon, and people not even knowing that was Crip the whole time because he was doing that. Oh, I need a girl type shit. I need a girl too. Rah, rah, you know what I mean? And everybody thought Loon was pussy till Loon started knocking niggas out. You know what I mean? In real life, Loon was knocking niggas out all around different states, knocking niggas out. And then he get put in jail for some other shit. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with Diddy. Loon got put in jail for something else that had nothing to do with Diddy. It was some other shit. It was some gang shit, because Loon was Crip. Loon became Crip in California. He went to California as a teenager and then became Crip. They came back to New York. I mean, you say you never buy baby oil again? Hell no, never. I'll never look at baby oil the same. I can't. I don't even want to imagine what they was doing with that because it's just like I know it's just a lot of. I don't want to think about what the fuck they was doing with that stuff. Like, no, no, no. But I want to listen to like what they saying on Hot 97. They was talking about it because the lady's in there. She was actually in the courtroom with Diddy was there. Um, and he finally had his shit read to him like that. Hold on, real fast, y'all. Hold on.
I have
Sorry.
Kim Osorio, former Source editor in chief, and also my co-host with our new podcast, Trigger Warning. Hey, she's been a journalist for over 20 years covering these stories, and of course, Emmy Award
Everybody hit the like button. You heard? Hit the like button. You heard?
Fox New York. Lisa Evers is here today.
Lisa Evans got
Lisa, I
old.
know
She
you have
followed New
been
York.
in the courtroom
Get this back a
covering
little
this
bit.
case. So I want to start with you first. Let's talk about the indictment in detail and the facts. And I want you to update us on the two bond hearings that went down. I want to know what was Puff's demeanor, what did the prosecution argue, and why the judge ultimately decided not to release him on bond.
All right, well, TT and Kim, great to be on with you. And of course, let's not forget Hot 97 Street Soldiers every Sunday morning at 7. I got to shout out the show.
Hit the like button.
Fox 5 New
Hit
York.
the like button.
And we're on the app too, because a lot of people are like, I don't watch TV like that anymore. You don't have to. It's on your phone. This is 2024. Get with the program. Anyway, I was in court on Monday when Diddy was arraigned. And I think the first thing that's really the most important thing to understand is that this is just not another criminal case. We saw him in the late 90s, early 2000s, beat that gun charge at the Club York where he was with Jennifer Lopez and with Shine. This is much more serious. This this is something that could basically
But
change his life.
also the City
Salute
College
to Sean.
incident
Salute to
that took place
Sean. Looking like Barack Obama now and shit.
where 8 kids died early on in his career when he was a concert promoter.
Well, there've been a lot of incidents, and in fact, when we went through our video archive files at Fox a couple of months ago, when after the civil case had been filed by Cassie against him, to kind of open the door to all of this and gave credibility to a lot of rumors, quite frankly, that people had been hearing for years, we started going through the news video files of the stories. There have been a lot of other incidents of fights, of this, of anger outbursts, that type of thing throughout the years. But let's keep in mind what we're really talking about here from just a cold, hard, factual basis. He has never been convicted of a serious crime. And so everyone's presumed innocent until proven guilty. But TT and Kim, this is a federal RICO sex trafficking case.
RICO.
R. Kelly is not going to get out of jail for several decades, because he was hit with a very similar case, although the prosecutors and lawyers I've been talking with say this is much more serious. Diddy got hit with racketeering, conspiracy, that's the RICO charge, sex trafficking, that's using force. That's
Once you say RICO, that's over.
Prostitutes or escorts and paying them. That's using force to coerce women into performing sex acts. And one of the things that has been so hard about this case, and I think will be really difficult as it goes forward, if it doesn't in fact go to trial, is hearing the evidence in the court on Monday. They're talking about young girls, some of them underage girls, drugged for days, being abused, sexually abused by multiple men, gang raped. And then when the girls would pass out just from exhaustion and injuries and everything else that they'd gone through, they'd give them other drugs to get them back up and then, use them and abuse them again. So he's got the RICO case. Why is that significant? That's significant because with the RICO case,
hit the like button, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. We chilling over here.
Prosecutors, if they can show that there were pre-existing acts before the first one in the indictment, which is 2008, anything before 2008, if it's relating to the same type of behavior, criminal behavior engaged in this criminal complaint and in this indictment, they can bring that in, which is exactly what they did with the R. Kelly case. They brought in incidents that had happened before but had never been criminally prosecuted. The other thing with the RICO case that's significant, they can, if you're found guilty, they can seize your assets. Then he's got sex trafficking, which is not just the prostitution part. It's using force, physical force, beating, coercion.
See, that's the shit he fucked up at. Yeah, like that's the shit he fucked up at. Beating people up, forcing chicks to have sex with him, being a violent. Yeah, that's just where you like when if you take this to a jury, it's gonna be hard to beat that shit, bro. Just that Cassie case, just them seeing that video of Cassie, that's the only thing that's gonna pop in their head. Like, bro, he was like this with everybody. He was violent to everybody. Pop in their head when it comes to Diddy, it's this motherfucker was violent. That's when he fucked there.
He's got transporting prostitution across state lines. The big allegation is what many people have already heard from the media, which is basically that he would force his sex partners, whoever was the girlfriend at the time, but mostly in this case, it sounds like victim number one is Cassie, very similar to what she described in her complaint, force them to engage in sex acts with these paid male sex workers against their will. And so some of the things that they have been saying in court are very, very, they're very shocking, even with some of the most shocking things that we've heard.
So what was the evidence that the prosecutor laid out in the bond hearing? Because obviously there's more evidence that they will have to present to the defense team. You heard a lawyer come out and say there's tons of videos that they need to turn over to his defense team. So, but I want to know, what did they put in front of a judge as of right now that made the judge say no danger to society?
He said, don't forget.
The first hearing was he was a.
Yeah, don't forget about Obama. Hey man, you right with that. I ain't gonna lie. Obama did hang a little bit. I ain't gonna count with that.
Hit
the like button though, fam. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, fam.
He did not guilty. It's the only time he spoke in court. He was wearing a T-shirt. I think it's the first time I've ever seen Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy, I've interviewed him here at Hot 97. We had exclusive interviews with him on Fox 5 without any jewelry, because you're in court. He wasn't handcuffed. It didn't appear as if he was shackled. There were 2 U.S. Marshals that were.
Thanks, fam. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sitting next to Kim right now. And they were right there, but on the two sides, the side which wanted to keep him behind bars without bail. Their main argument was that if he were free, he would be able to have witnesses. He would be able to try to get other evidence, change evidence that's already existing. The defense side said, wait a minute, there's a lot more to the story than what people understand. So, given what we already know factually about what happened to Cassie, just from that video that we saw, that horrific video that started in May, the defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo,
Yo, for real, you right with that. There is that hip hop.
He said, well, what you know about that video was how it all started. He said it started because victim number one.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all.
Cassie, because of the facts match up very closely to what was in her civil suit. That victim number one went through his phone, saw a woman that he was having an affair with her on the phone. She took the phone while he was naked and allegedly hit him. This is what the Diddy's lawyer said.
Yo,
hit him in the head with the phone.
Yo, yeah, that's it. That's a facts. RC3.
Then he woke up enraged. That's why he was wrapped in the sheets. He came out after, and then we all know
fuck out of here.
He said, and the greater context, he said, this is not to justify the horrific scenes that we all saw in the video and were sickened by, and that he later apologized for, that this was part of a bigger pattern of a 10-year relationship that was toxic. Both of them had substance abuse issues. Both of them cheated. Both of them had.
Okay, so now they just want to play that back and forth shit with Cassie. Okay, well, Cassie did this, so that's the reason why I bust upside her head, because she did this and she did that, so I fucked her up. Like, come on, you make yourself look bad even as a man, in my opinion. Now you just saying stuff. Okay, if y'all cheating on each other, okay, she put her hands on you, I step away from her, walk away, get rid of that bitch, whatever, right? I hate to call her a chick, whatever. Because now that you get caught and you locked up, now you want to point the finger. That, to me, that ain't real man stuff, to be honest. How you point your finger? Hey, man, she did this. She cheated too, man. Like, you emotional. Man, she cheated on me too, man. He in jail saying, man, she cheated on me, man. Like, she cheated too, man, so I had to fuck her up, man. Like, come on, Diddy. Man, anybody trying to hear that? You can't be soft now. You got to be tough. You got to stay a tough guy now. You got to. That shit funny as hell now.
Willingly engaged in
threesome. So they try to say that
blame the victim in this case, which was pretty shocking because, but again, this is the bail hearing. This is not what he's going to say before a jury if it goes to trial, which would be very, very different. So ultimately, the judges, and remember,
everybody hit the like button. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it, y'all.
Movie style raid in March of the homes in Los Angeles and Miami for a federal judge to sign off. This is not just somebody's college friend or law school friend that's sitting on a bench in a local jurisdiction. Not to diss them or diminish their importance of their work, but they're under super strict guidelines for those kind of search warrants. They must have already had intel about what was inside the homes, which
fact, somebody snitched on Diddy.
Was revealed also.
That's what I keep saying, but I keep saying this. Somebody snitched on Diddy. I don't feel like it has anything to do with this the Cassie case. I feel like it got more to do with it. I feel like Diddy didn't pay one of his co-workers and motherfuckers start snitching on Diddy as, hey man, he beat Cassie up, and people start putting shit in Cassie's air, you can get money for Diddy. I feel like it was all a plan. I feel a plan amongst people to get rid of Diddy. I feel like this is more to it. It ain't just about the Cassie case. Yeah, that's that put some shit on it that sparked a lot of shit. But I feel like it has to do with people just saying, hey, people, that's gang up now and let's get rid of this motherfucker. I feel like it has to do with that.
This week, 2 AR-15s in the
Miami 2 AR-15s?
AR-15 in the famous 1,000 bottles of baby oil, personal lubricants that were found in the Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, this nigga had lubricants, oil. This nigga had everything, bro. Like, you know how much money he was spending on these motherfucking products? Y'all right, bro. Niggas is mad now. Like, the people that made all these oil companies and shit, they mad that he locked up. Because he was probably spending millions and millions of dollars just on oil for a couple months. Diddy was having freak parties like every couple of fucking weeks. He had fucking freak parties.
More than what anybody would need under normal circumstances, even in a large family. But anyway, so they have a lot of evidence. They have this hundreds of terabytes of digital evidence from phone messages.
What is terabytes? Just break
terabytes are like I'm not a tech person with it, but it's like terabytes is like the biggest size measurement of digital storage. You know how your phone goes, okay, you reach the limit. This is about 1 million times that.
So the Fed must have got a warrant to seize the Right.
And the feds, keep in mind, Homeland Security investigations, the federal agents, and I know this for a fact from law enforcement sources and also from what we've seen in court documents, they have the ability. People think, oh, I'm erasing this off. I'm erasing this off my phone. I'm deleting my pictures, deleting my videos. They have equipment, sophisticated equipment. They can retrieve those. So whatever was
For real, that's what I'm trying to say. Like all that baby oil, y'all just too greasy. Y'all fucking just greasy, too slippery and shit. Everybody touching and slippery off each other and shit. Like eating like a box of grease and shit. Like hell no. Like,
it can be retrieved in one way or another, either through metadata, which is what goes out over the signals from cell towers and Wi-Fi towers or Wi-Fi signals, and other ways. So the main issue that was day one. Then the main issue yesterday was basically that.
And make sure y'all hit the sub button too, man. Sub to the platform.
To public safety, that they're concerned he did it again. They're also concerned that he will intimidate witnesses, because on the second day, Mark Anifilo said, "Listen,
y'all capping. You know, got some oil in jail. Don't even cap. You know that nigga got some oil in jail. You know he put that shit in his butt crack. Y'all niggas bugging.
House arrest on his on Star Island, just right outside of Miami Beach there, which could control only with people around him or friends or close family that are not involved in this case at all." And the judge said, absolutely not. There's too much evidence. We have too much evidence, the terabytes of evidence, to say that the
terabytes. God damn. So he can't arrest nothing off his damn phone, nothing on that nigga phone. He couldn't delete anything. They searching anything that's been deleted from that motherfucker's phone. They gonna find. So I'm so waiting for them to unload and unleash the people that's on these lists, like people that's on the videos, celebrities, these Congress people. Man, it's like Playboy Mansion when you fuck with Diddy. I wonder how many people was in these videos. There's so much evidence in these videos. It's
witnesses that even, in fact, after the horrific Cassie incident that day, he was trying to lure her back, and that this was
so hit the like button, family. Like button, family.
So what happens next? He's locked up in Brooklyn.
And MDC. Now this is Fetty Wap is in there. There've been a lot of famous.
Oh, you got my nigga Fetty Wap jersey, big jersey in the building.
It's a horrific jail. It's called a jail, not a prison, because it's technically a federal detention.
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, family.
Like him, who have not been convicted, who are awaiting trial as well. But I did stories there a couple years ago, because when we had that really, really cold winter, they had no heat. I mean, inmates detainees were. Well, he'll appear.
I'm back, y'all. My fault.
His lawyers and the prosecutors will start to this battle over what can be admitted and what can't be admitted. But the evidence that the feds have for them in order to take this kind of action was really significant. And
y'all can hear me, right? Because I had to log out and come back in. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not, so I can hear the audio.
And that civil lawsuit, the other thing that was crazy was, I think everybody remembers that day, because it was the week before Thanksgiving, when this bombshell lawsuit filed by Cassie was filed in late November.
Okay, cool. Thank you,
and
Scorpio
people
Mama.
started reading it, and we were just, if you're a woman, you're just you're sickened on a circle, because you're just like going, I can't even. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Yeah.
And it's disturbing on so many. It's just on so many levels, and human beings and men too. I'm not just excluding them, but men were sickened by it too, because they're like, how could you do this to a woman? Allegedly, because most of this indictment, TT, most of what's in here, these counts, it almost follows the timeline and the description of what Cassie's lost. Yeah, there's an arson charge. What was that about? We all can guess.
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, family.
Cuddy car mysteriously exploding.
Yo, I can't believe that. Has anybody heard that story about the Kid Cudi car exploding? Because I never heard about that shit until all this shit started to come open it up. I didn't even know that Cassie was fucking with Kid Cudi in the midst of being with Diddy, and Diddy threatening Kid Cudi that he'll fuck him up and blow his car up, and his car really blew up. I didn't know about none of this. Let me know in the comments. Y'all know about him blowing up his Cudi car? Like, that shit is like some Frank Lucas shit, yo. That's some gangster shit. That's some American gangster type shit.
Things like that. And then the big issue, I think, is going to come down to witnesses. It's like, will they have, will they courage to continue and actually get on that stand?
So now I'm assuming that the prosecution is probably sending subpoenas to
Yes,
all of
this
the
was
witnesses that
mentioned
they
when
want to
Cassie
call
shit
to
came out.
trial.
Well, they already. I learned from law enforcement sources ever since
He said it
they
was
really
mentioned
began
when
with.
Cassie shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before the Cassie shit, I never heard about this Kid Cudi shit. Never did, and a lot of people knew about it. That's how we can see they keep Diddy shit undercover. Diddy was doing a lot of this shit, threatening people, basically death, and nobody said anything about it. This shit crazy as hell. It really blew somebody's car the fuck up. Like that's some y'all seen American Gangster, bro. That's some Frank Lucas shit. Frank Lucas did that shit to the cop in American Gangster. He got that shit from American Gangster, bro. He doing that shit in real life. Diddy sounded like he in the damn movie on some real on some real shit. This nigga out here blowing up motherfucker cars. Like on some Frank Lucas shit. Rest in peace to Frank Lucas. He on some Frank Lucas type shit. American Gangster blowing up Kid Cudi car. Like trust anybody be scared of Diddy because Diddy could put $1 million on your head and get away with it. Oh, thanks, big homie. I appreciate it. Much love, much love. I never knew that, bro. I never knew that he blew his motherfucker car up. You gotta be a crazy motherfucker to y'all hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. You gotta be a different kind of motherfucker just to blow a motherfucking car up. Like Diddy is a scary motherfucker. Now I know what Fred from Making the Band was saying. Like Diddy was like, bro, I'll cut everybody's lights off in your whole damn block and make everybody homeless. And you know, when somebody else say shit like that, you don't beat that shit in my game. You ain't gonna do that shit. But you fuck with a nigga with millions and millions of dollars that got money, and you know how hungry people is out here for money. People would do anything. Did he put $1 million? He could have put like $10,000 on your head, and somebody would pop your ass. 1, 2, 3. He put $1 million on pop. Yeah, he put $1 million on pop. That's why he got what Keefy D locked up. I don't even think they trying to even push that narrative with the whole Keefy Ding thing. But I'm pretty sure, and I heard stories from Gene Dill, and and Gene Dill. I know Gene Dill cussing. Shout out to the big homie. He ain't on here though. Big Born, but that's his cousin. And he's actually a model on this channel too. So we got ties to Diddy's former bodyguards. You know what I mean? I got a lot of ties. You know how it go. But even Gene Dill, the big homie Gene Dill was talking about it. That he heard he come out his mouth, out his mouth. He don't give a fuck if Biggie gotta die. He don't give a fuck if Tupac gotta die, and he don't give a fuck if Suge Knight gotta go to jail. That's strictly coming out of Diddy mouth. He didn't give a fuck if Tupac gotta die. He didn't give a fuck if Biggie Smalls gotta die, and he didn't give a fuck if Suge Knight went to jail. That's coming out his mouth. You know what I mean? That's some shit that Diddy says. So I know that. I don't know if he did it, but I know definitely out of anger. He like, man, fuck it. Fuck that nigga Tupac. Fuck Death Row. I got $1 million. I put on a motherfucking head. So I can see that. Come on, y'all can envision Diddy doing that. You know how Diddy wilding out? That nigga go do motherfucking child tantrums. You ever watch Making a Band? That nigga go do kid tantrums. So I picture that head. Fuck you. You know the fuck I am? Motherfucking Diddy. Yeah, I did all this by myself, nigga. Make it bad boy, nigga. You know how Diddy is, man. Like, you know how Diddy be. He been fucking mad hyper. Like, you got ADHD type shit. Yeah, it's been going on for years, homie. For facts. It's going on for a long time, but why? This been going on since like the 90s. Yo, yeah, you seen that shit on Netflix? I seen that shit on Tubi. I was watching Tubi. I seen the whole shit. It's on Tubi too with his ass. They even got motherfucking what's that nigga name? That was with Diddy ass when they raided his Miami crib. Stevie J ass. He even on that shit. That's what I'm saying. You can't trust your friends. That nigga would throw Diddy ass under the bus. Because if any feds come for Stevie J, that's believe Stevie J ass is gonna talk. That nigga not built like that. That nigga still wanna fight 50 Cent for 50 Cent crowning his ass, man. Get your ass out of here, bro. Let's see what they talk about. Everybody hit that like button, though. I appreciate it. For real. Hold on, yo. Let's see what she's about.
Sometime late
Cause he
winter,
got old
early
as fuck
spring.
now.
They've had Monday meetings about the Diddy case. They had the team that was working on it. They bring in people because remember, they're looking at New York, they're looking at LA, they're looking at Miami, they're also looking at Atlanta about what evidence was there and what
God
was not there.
damn.
So a grand jury, they presented in secret all those, when we're all
She
asking
said in
ourselves, like,
secret. You
what's
heard that
going
shit?
on? What's going
She
on?
said in secret. So they've been doing this shit in secret for a minute. They had their eyes on Diddy for years. My whole thing, I said this. Okay, if you know Diddy was doing this shit for years, you let him do this shit to people, right? So, I mean, shouldn't they get charged too? Just saying, like, you let him do this shit to people, right? You was watching him for years. You knew cases against Diddy. Like you, just like with R. Kelly. They knew R. Kelly was doing shit, right? For years. They knew that shit. Then they hit him out, just like Bill Cosby. That Bill Cosby's the only one I would say I don't believe didn't do nothing wrong. He's the only one out this case I would like when it comes to somebody getting locked up for all this crazy shit they talk. Bill Cosby, the only one I feel like he didn't really do the shit they talking about. Y'all might not think that, but me, I don't feel like Bill Cosby would have done stuff like that in my opinion because his ain't why. And why drug people? I don't understand it. When you got so much money, you can have any chick in the world. Why drug them? You don't have to. Chicks would do anything for clout nowadays. You don't got to drug no chick for nothing. You know how many chicks would suck his dick just because he Diddy? Just off the strip? Just because they want a record label? Or, I mean, they want to get signed to his record label and they want some clout? Get out of here. This is 2024. Everybody's looking for some damn clout. That's the reason why we doing videos like this. We doing the same shit. We trying to get some clout off his downfall.
The grand jury was of registered voters who were
For
on
real.
grand jury,
Facts.
federal grand jury
Facts,
duty, which
Tammy.
can
This
come not
is
just from New
definitely
York,
about the
but the
power.
Southern District. They can come from the
Let me see.
the northern suburbs too,
I
like
ain't mean to
Westchester
miss the
County.
comments, y'all. I mean Mr. Comments. It's a new rap industry, and I get all ones out of the new ones. In the way I bring it upset the new rap industry, and I get all the ones. Who bring them. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Definitely bringing them down. Scripper Mom, you really believe Bill Cosby drug woman? I mean, like he might have, but you gotta also understand too when it comes to the Bill Cosby cases, they found a lot of false stuff when it comes to these women. So a lot of women will keep coming that were lying. That's why Bill Cosby had to jail because they caught these women lying. They were lying. You know what I mean? They were lying. Some of these women didn't even meet Bill Cosby. They wasn't even in his presence. Or a lot of the stuff that they were saying, he wasn't even in that town when that shit happened, and he had proof about shit like that. So like when they fuck with Diddy too, they gotta have hard evidence. Now I'm sure the feds got a lot of evidence, but they gotta have hard evidence when it comes to people that want to testify against him, because that's what's going to convict him really to testify. People say, hey, I got drugged, he raped me, he did this, he bought me a plane ticket, he flew me up, treated me. That's what's going to fuck the jury up, and that's what's going to convict his ass. So once they bring like evidence, they start bringing people to testify against Diddy. Oh, he in a lot of trouble because you can't defend that. How you going to defend people testifying against him? Hey man, you drugged me up. You did this. You did me. Everybody's going to want to get paid. Everybody's going to try to get paid off this shit. And now, to be honest, I don't think they're going to get paid because I feel like this motherfucker going to run out of money. Eventually, all these lawyer fees and I mean, he gonna want to go to court again. Like if he's found guilty, he gonna have a mistrial. There'll be a lot of shit, a lot of lawyer fees. This ain't gonna end. I feel like this. We're gonna be hearing about this shit for the next year or two. This gonna be going on for a while. This ain't gonna be that's gonna end when it comes to Diddy. I don't feel like this gonna be no 1, 2, 3 type shit. Oh yeah, 70's been crazy. I can imagine.
They were hearing evidence. So they heard the evidence that the prosecutors were presenting, and then they handed down this indictment. The judge signed off on this indictment of the
Everybody, don't
charges.
forget to hit
Both
that poll,
prosecutors
y'all.
were
Don't forget to hit
presenting
that poll.
the charges that they wanted. They handed
He
down
had
this
pretty
indictment.
stupid to
So
go to
a
trial, but
grand
he
jury
was
has
that.
already heard this and passed it down. So what's
Facts.
next
He'd
is
be
this
stupid to
early
go to
October.
trial.
They'll start
He
bringing
better
him
take a
back.
plea deal. He better take. I don't give a fuck. They give Diddy 10, 15 years. Okay, he'll get out. Wait, what's it? He 54, 50. I forgot how old he is. He just like mid 50s, right? Okay, he be 60 when he get out. He be in his 60s. Okay, hey, it's better than jail till you're dead. You know what I mean? You could do 10 years. You could do 10 years. You can survive 10 years. I'm sure you can survive 10 years. You got the right doctors and right food, and he still got access to stuff. You know what I mean? He still live a decent life behind bars, maybe 10, 15 years, but 20 years maybe, if he can survive 20 years in jail. But he definitely gonna do some time. I don't feel like there's no way Diddy walking away free. There's no way his ass is walking away free. I don't see that coming away. There's no way you walking away free, not with all them damn charges. The only one that walked away with some crazy shit like that was Albie Al from Jersey City. I don't know if y'all know Albie Al. You know what I mean? A rapper from Jersey City and shit like that, that beat a couple of murders. I think he had the feds on him too. He's the only one I know that's famous that really beat like the feds, and he had a murder charge against him. So I'm not saying it's not possible because he had a murder charge. He don't have a murder charge. Like they convicted him on no murder. Even though we all know the truth about that whole murder shit, but he's not. That's not part of his charges. Any kind of murder shit. Everything is about just him trafficking women, and that right there put him in jail for a long, long, long time for the rest of his life.
Fourth, and then there'll be a couple of dates or whatever. And then at a certain point, the lawyer has said, which many of them do, and they later change their mind. His lawyer has said, we plan to go to trial.
Yeah, he is getting what he deserves. That's a fact, Ron. That's a fact.
Sean Combs is a fighter. He's beat others before, but you haven't beat a case with thousands of
you think it's coming, Scorpio?
Evidence with witnesses that are
hit the like button, family.
Stand in the most. And really
come on, we all family. We all watching the videos together. We got good content. We got good people in the chat. We ain't got too many. Hit the like button, y'all. You know, we having a good time chilling. Grown folks conversation. You know what I mean? Got too many retards and you know what I mean? Hit the like button, though. Show some love to them. Also hit that subscribe button too.
Cases too, it's very humiliating for them to have to describe, and relive the trauma that they went through. But so that's going to be his decision. But here's what I learned yesterday: is if they go to trial, it's a tremendous gamble because especially with the evidence. Even if he gets off light, it may be. The sentence is 30 years to life. He's found guilty.
30 years to life.
He decides to take his chance and go to trial. How much time is he facing?
If he's found guilty, he's looking at 30 years. He's looking at 30 years to life.
Wow.
So at the full sentencing, the judge could go, you know what? You should not even be out on the streets ever again. He is literally in the fight for his freedom right now.
Oh my God.
If he takes a plea deal, and here was the other tricky thing that the lawyers were telling me.
Probably 10, 20 years.
Who've done these cases, some of them won and lost these cases. They said the tricky thing is, who is he going to give up? TT, you and I talked about the Tekashi 6ix9ine case. He was very public about it. I gave up this one. I talked about this one.
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, family.
To the feds, who is more valuable
than he is.
I hate to use that word valuable, but it was more significant, or critical to a case like this besides him. Who could it possibly be? Or what network could he possibly give up? Their arrests, I get the bulletins from
shit. Them people that was in those sex parties, like I said, it's probably some big CEOs. You don't know the people that was in those sex tapes. Lisa, you don't know yet. You don't know the whole evidence. I know you just a reporter. You don't know everything. You was there, but there's a lot of shit that you don't know.
The local prosecutors, every single day, they're arresting people on racketeering, smaller players, gangs, subsets of different gangs. All of this is happening. Kim knows this as a journalist. Every single day, these are happening. So who else is he going to give up? And then when the length of the timeline, the other tricky thing for him too, this started in 2008. And I think a lot of people that have followed Diddy and back to his Puff days and him when he was around in New York too.
It don't matter if you change your name, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Bro Love, Sean Combs, nigga, it's the same motherfucker, yo. Don't matter how many times the nigga got aliases, it don't how many times you change your name, you're still the same motherfucker, you know what I mean? All that name changing too now makes you look more suspicious now. All that way you changed his name like 8 times, 10 times, that make you look more suspicious. Nah, that was Diddy that did that. Now that was Sean Combs that was involved with that. Nah, that was Brother Love. That wasn't Love. That was no Love that did that. So you can't charge me. that's the type of shit he on. Like, that wasn't me. That was just like R. Kelly, like in the video. That wasn't me pissing on him. That was my brother. That was my brother pissing on that girl.
Located to his primary residence. He was disconnected from a lot of his New York people, from his New York friends, and a lot happened. But what happened in New York?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I also wanted to add, because she brought up the 2008. When we opened up this conversation, we were talking about all of these things we've heard over the years throughout the 90s, right? All of the incidents where you've seen cases filed against Diddy. You've heard about champagne bottles and incidents with
niggas scared to get taken up the ass. I'm scared of Diddy. You're scared to get taken up the ass. Diddy, all that force. You heard stories about Gene Dill, how Diddy liked to wrestle. He liked that play fight shit. Diddy like that play rough shit, even with dudes. He liked that play shit. He liked to get behind you and shit, put his hands around you. Diddy like rough shit. Diddy was into even with dudes. He a manhandle dudes. He not a small dude. So niggas think that Diddy's small. Nah, he used to manhandle dudes. And that's coming from his body. So yeah, I seen Diddy handhandle dudes before.
About the Shine Club New York incident. All of these things have
breaking
happened.
Dudes and shit.
So at some point, the feds were probably investigating things.
Fucking with that baby oil, easy to slide in type shit. That nigga's stupid.
But the indictment starts with allegations from 2008, and to me,
that is before that shit.
For what they have as evidence,
okay.
Because they may not
go back
before that right now without witness testimony and say, hey, we can prove this. Sometimes you say, oh, you don't go up against the feds, they always win. I don't know what the percentage rate is, but a lot of times,
a lot of times they do win.
Guilty, right?
Or they take a plea.
Right, you take a plea. It's
you don't have to take a plea though.
Like you don't go to trial against the feds. And I think that
it's a scare tactic
for me to read the indictment and see.
That's because it's a scare tactic. Because if you know if the feds got you, it's like, okay, you're like, damn, I really got caught, so I can't take it to trial because it's too much evidence. That's why niggas always take a plea deal, because they know they got something on you. There's something they got on him that could put Diddy away for jail for life. So if he was smart enough, he should be talking to his lawyer to be like, you know what, I did do this, I did assault people. He got to man up to some of the charges, so he can maybe get some kind of like time. Maybe he could do 10 years, and maybe 10 years in jail, and then 10 years like home arrest or some shit like that. There's something where he's not in jail for life. If I was his ass.
That it was all dating back to 2008, these allegations, with all of the things that if you just do a simple search on YouTube, there's so many things that.
Oh, no, bro, you don't think he's going to get convicted, bro? Even with all the evidence against him, bro, you think he's going to get convicted? Like, there's a lot of evidence, and I feel like what's going to convict Diddy is if people start to come forward and say that he drugged me, he raped me, it might be some problems with Diddy. I feel like he's going to have to do some kind of time. Like, he's going to have to do some kind of time because he definitely did wrong to people. And it's probably more than 100 people that will talk against Diddy. Not everybody likes Diddy in the industry. Now you see like a lot of radio people, oh, I didn't really know Diddy. I just interviewed him. I didn't know what he was doing behind closed doors. So not a lot of people don't got Diddy's back like you might think. There's a lot of people that turn their back against Diddy.
RICO. And this is what the lawyer said, because they can't start earlier because it's outside the statute of limitations.
Totally understand that from a legal perspective, but I'm talking about
prostitution, you know what I mean? Drugging girls up, maybe rape. There's a lot of charges he got against him. Racketeering, he has a lot of charges against him. He got some serious charges.
We know, what we've heard, right, and what they want. We can talk about the hip hop cops and how they were watching the hip hop community.
Farron, big salute.
Right?
Big salute to Farron. Everybody go sub to Farron too. Show some love to our moderators in the chat. Just show love to the chat in general, but show love to all the chat. Make sure you go check the platform, check out Farron. He be going live. Check out Scorpio Mama. I don't know if she go live, but definitely go sub just in case. You feel me? Go sub to all my moderators. You dig?
Proof it.
Hit that like button too. Everybody hit that. I appreciate it.
Is strong enough
that they can prove.
Have that.
Yes. And a lot of times, we talked about this in similar cases, a lot of times the feds will let you continue the crime.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they want to build the case.
So that means they will let you. So if feds is building, this is what the fuck I was saying. The feds is letting you do stuff. But they don't get in trouble. So they letting you commit a crime so they can catch you. So they want you to do the crime, you kill somebody. The feds gonna let you kill somebody? Okay, we saw you kill that person. Like, come on now, man. Be for real. Yeah, come on, be for real. I mean, like, I don't understand that part right there. That's one part I don't forgive.
Here, I'm like, hey, this is a very strong case. The evidence, even, we hear Lisa talk about all of this stuff. We're hearing that they have, right? And the case isn't even at trial.
No, and people have been talking about, a lot of things that happened in the past that they felt should have been investigated more thoroughly. Videos I'm talking about. Yep. But let me say this. The other thing is to Kim's point, they have to once they get the RICO, it's basically the door is unlocked to go to these other things if there's similar behavior.
That's what they're trying to do.
Now, what I also found interesting in the indictment was that they basically Combs, and let's be honest and give him the credit for what he built in.
So they just let you do the crimes. He charged with racketeering, a lot of shit, threatening people, rape. He charged with a whole lot. He got a lot of charges against him. We got a lot of motherfucking charges against Diddy ass.
Entertainment, fashion, music, all of these businesses that he built. He did give a lot of people, particularly men, a start.
Really, prostitution and shit like that. Racketeering, trying to get him on.
And a lot of them are just like today. They're like, oh, and that's not the guy that I know.
They let you continue doing crime.
The same thing. I've been around him. I've been to his house. I've been
been to his house. Oh shit, she been to his house. So she had her accountants with that oil too. Then fuck out of here. You had your accountants with that oil too. So now you want to talk. Now you dogging him out. Now I did go to his house before. I've been to Diddy. Yeah, everybody's been to Diddy's house. Yeah, I've been to Diddy's house though. I've been to his house. So that means you seen some shit. You probably seen the sex party. You was involved with that shit. Now you trying to act. That's why you got some sunglasses on. That's why she got some dark ass sunglasses on because you can't see your face. Know that you was on them motherfucker behind them sheets and shit, underneath them sheets with Diddy and shit with them damn oil on and shit.
I've been to parties. I've been,
Yeah, you been to the party and shit. You was there. You was there. That's how you got them glasses on. You was there. She got them down in her lips now too and shit.
I'm on the phone to just, I know his
She said
true
she hot.
I've never
She's
experienced or
floating.
seen that side of him, but I also understand I was never
Sex
in an
trafficking,
intimate
rocketeering, or
relationship
two
or
of them.
in that type
Thank
of
you,
space
bro.
with him
behind closed doors.
Thank you, Gregory.
Doors. So
That's the
I
key.
feel bamboozled in a way, and that's why I go back to say, like, you know, what you do in the dark will always come to light, no matter how you try to spin it. If you don't change the man in the mirror, you're just digging your own grave.
Well, exactly. And
They
remember
don't
also
let you
too,
do
Kim
a
is bringing
crime.
up
They
2008,
let
which
you
I think
continue to
is
do
critical
your
because
crime.
remember our phones, we didn't really have cameras on the phones spread until about 2006. The whole social media explosion.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Lance. I see what you're saying.
2006. So things that happened before then.
They're like, it's a crime that you already commit anyway, so this is gonna let you do it
Would
anyway.
never have gotten away with they got away with.
So I understand
the
what you're saying, Lance. I
the way
understand.
they do now, especially tracking and all that. I mean, some of these criminal cases are basically handed to law enforcement and police on a silver platter. But in terms of the RICO, it's significant because, as Kim was saying, with the 2008, they first they have to establish it's a criminal enterprise. And what's interesting to me is they go into detail about Combs Enterprises,
before they
his companies,
bust.
so that his companies were the vehicle for this criminal activity. So now, if they get a RICO
hit the like button, family.
At a certain point in the investigation,
family, hit the like button, fam. We family. We all kicking it. We all talking adult stuff. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, fam.
Even before it goes to trial, they can go back to the judge and they go, Judge, listen, what's called a superseding indictment. We found other co-conspirators because the other question, his name is the only name that's on this. I'm like going, with all his nicknames. Usually there's like 5 or 6 people, and maybe one of them's famous, or 10 people, sometimes even more. And his name, when I saw this, because I was like, who else is going to be named on this?
Fuck you doing? Huh?
I'm sure everyone was.
Flip the damn shit backwards. What the fuck you got in hand?
So I spoke to these legal experts that I trust and are familiar with these federal cases, and they said, Lisa, it's a conspiracy, so that automatically means there's other people that are going to be involved. And as soon as they get by the prosecutors,
Jane Gregory, thank you so much. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next live. Definitely go check out my short videos, the music. I got a lot of content on here. If you got a brand, anything you want to come promote, this is a platform to be at.
We have new evidence, fresh evidence.
They said free R. Kelly, lock up Diddy.
We need a or we.
I would agree with that a little bit too, because when it comes to R. Kelly, that's a tough one too. Like R. Kelly had a different type of childhood, where he was molested by family members, and and he was put. I feel like when it comes to R. Kelly, right, he was put in different situations, and people's parents have a lot to do with R. Kelly's case, and I don't feel like that's fair that R. Kelly is locked up, right? Thank you, Gregory. Blessings, brother. Blessings, brother. Be safe. Like I feel like when it comes to R. Kelly, the parents of the kids have a lot to do with why he's locked up. I feel like it has a lot to do with money, them not getting what they want, and now everybody wants to talk against R. Kelly. And everybody knew R. Kelly was fucking their daughters and nieces. You know what I mean? Like, where were these girls' daddies at? Most of these girls that R. Kelly was fucking, a lot of them had daddies. A lot of them had daddies. So the daddies and mommies were getting paid. They were getting paid because they thought R. Kelly was going to help daughter get a career. And that didn't happen because nobody got famous off that shit. R. Kelly was just fucking these young chicks. Now everybody wants, like, oh, he did this, he raped me, he kidnapped me. And the first thing he said was, hey, your parents knew where you was at. You know what I mean? Like, your parents knew where you was at. Hold on real fast. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Be right there. My fault, fam. My fault. I had to take a phone call real fast. Then I missed mad people. Mad people dropped out. My fault. My fault, fam. My fault. I had to take a phone call, man. I told y'all to stay right there for a minute. God damn, fam.
There may be things going on now that and I would guess that there are that we don't know about, But
man,
the other thing too, the other point, that thing interesting that came out in court that wasn't widely reported because there was just so much within like an 18-hour space of time. His lawyer said that Diddy came to New York 2 weeks before the indictment dropped in order to, as a sign of good faith, in order to show good faith. and that
Hit the like button,
they were
family.
under
Hit
the
the like
impression he
button,
was going to
fam.
be able to turn himself in. Instead, Homeland Security agents went into the hotel room in Midtown Manhattan. They took him in handcuffs. That was so that they could get this bail issue started right from the get-go. Because if he surrendered, it would have been a different, it would have been a different
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, fam.
situation with the bail. And then also in court, the prosecutor said that they found in that hotel room a substance that appeared to be pink cocaine. They have to have it analyzed before they can say
pink cocaine.
But it's
pink
just
cocaine. Never heard of no damn pink cocaine, motherfucker. What the hell is that shit? Like he died that shit.
I'm sure somebody might have tipped them off to.
Well, they knew where he was because the lawyer.
But I'm saying that he was.
He got somebody on the inside talking. That's how I said. Diddy got inside people that he fucked over in his business, just like he did with any other thing he runs. And somebody said, you know what? We're gonna contact the feds. We're gonna contact Cassie. We're gonna get this nigga out of here. He doing too much. I feel like Diddy threatened too many people, and somebody got fed up with him threatening him. They said, "Fuck this nigga. We get his ass locked up." Yeah, pink. I never heard of no damn pink cocaine. Like we died that shit. Like pink cocaine. Like what? Nigga got some candy cotton and shit. Like crazy.
I mean, where you're not calling room service for that.
They got some difference. That nigga that rich, that nigga can change coke pink. That nigga that fucking rich, he could change coke pink. Now that's some other shit right there. You heard me? That's some other shit right there.
Wow.
And that's in fact what it was. You think certain places or buildings in the city are dead?
This was that Stevie Jason's inside man.
It's very, very low.
Yo, I was saying that shit too because there's a Tubi movie on Tubi where they was talking about this whole Diddy shit and that this is happened. Look how long? Maybe a couple weeks, a month ago. This is when Diddy's houses got raided and shit like that. And Stevie J's that motherfucker talking. So if he got that much, loyalty to Diddy, he's talking about houses getting raided, him being involved. His thoughts to Diddy. He's not that loyal to Diddy like that. You're right. He might be a motherfucking spy. Every camp got a spy. Look what they did, motherfucking the Black Panthers. Look what they did to the Black Panthers. Every organization has a spy. This is how it goes. They always implant us. You get too big. When you get too big and too cocky, too powerful, you best believe there's a spy around you. It's always like that. Come on, man. It's always like that. Gotta learn from your lesson out of here, man. Come on, Diddy. You should be smarter than that too. In 2024, all these damn movies and shit we got, you gotta be smarter than that. You already know you can't trust everybody in your camp. You should know that shit already, Diddy. He opened up too much, having all these sex parties. What you mean people not gonna record stuff, nigga? Niggas not gonna say stuff. People don't remember saying stuff. Get out of here. You gotta be for real, man. 2024, man. All these damn cameras and shit, man. You stupid.
How to meet with your lawyer. This is what most criminal defense lawyers have told me. So if you're a lawyer and you're defending somebody, you're going to have to go through in discovery. The prosecutor.
Yeah, he was way in too deep.
Mr. Neflo.
He was in way too deep. He was in way too deep. You know what I mean? Say you ain't no cop. Say you ain't no cop. You should sell out.
You have this on your client. And they have
Wait, no cop, Jay Reed.
Let them know. He's got to show it to Diddy and say he hasn't known Diddy as well. Maybe he has known him his whole life, but he hasn't been in this situation, looking at this evidence before. He has to show Diddy and say, "What is this? How do I explain?
How do you lie? How do you lie? That's what you say. How do I lie for you? That's what you just say. Oh, come on, you're saying it wrong. How can I lie for you, Diddy? How do I lie? How can I have all this evidence about all the baby oil and all the beat downs and shit with the women? How do we lie? We have all this evidence. How do we lie about the baby oil? They say we was wrestling and it got too risky. Okay, we was wrestling with the baby oil. Like, get out of here. Come on, man. Yo, Lance, Diddy just got too big. In fact, that's why I keep saying he got too cocky. Right, Lance? He got too cocky. And Miami, yep. It's facts. Hold on, I missed the thing. Tone, what you say? What's popular in Colombia? I missed that. But yeah, Lance, he got too cocky. That's what I'm saying. He got too cocky. Diddy be threatening people on TV. Like imagine working with Diddy. Imagine him being your boss. Imagine what that nigga would do to you behind the scenes with no cameras around. With him and his crew. Diddy, motherfucker, I be scared as hell. Diddy, real shit. Like, nigga, like, don't look at me wrong, nigga. I smack the shit out your ass. Like, or I get this nigga smack shit out you, or I get room to pop on your ass. Like that's how Diddy was. Diddy get anybody to bounce on you. So everybody, like I keep saying this, I said this in one of my last live. Everybody Suge Knight. Everybody was scared of Suge Knight, and I feel like Diddy was the one that was real. That's why you watched the Source Awards. You watched that when Suge Knight said anybody want to be an artist, don't want to worry about the executive producer, all the videos, dancing, come to death row. You know what I mean? Did Diddy come out after that? Like, hey man, like that comment was made about me, that Con Collective dude type shit. Hey man, like we here for love and peace. And then if you find that Biggie Smalls came out after that, like nigga, Brooklyn in the house, he ain't get a fuck about none of that shit. Like Brooklyn in the house, nigga. Like Diddy always been that way, man. Like Diddy always been a gangster, but he didn't want to portray that shit in the open too much. It didn't start to come out. But there's so much evidence, even like Suge Knight like said, Diddy always been a gangster, bro. I heard that Diddy pressed Suge Knight, he pressed Tupac before. Like Diddy is that Suge Knight gangster hip hop. If you want to admit it or not, he is that one scary. He the boogeyman hip hop. Why do you think when he did that interview with a couple years ago he did that interview with Fabulous, when he did that interview with Fabulous, um who else? It was Fabulous and Kiss, Jada Kiss, and somebody else. And Diddy was asking how come they don't party with him like that. They're like, nah, bro, we good. They already knew what time it is. You don't go to Diddy party because you don't come out from that. You come out different. You come out a changed person. You go and get created into something else. You go to Diddy's party, you ain't coming out the same. You're not the same going to Diddy's parties. That's a fact. You will come out a changed person. So let's get to this. It's only a couple minutes left of this. What they did on Hot 97. So play back to this, and I'll probably end this live and gotta make a phone call. But let's see what else Lisa's saying.
You doing what you appear to do and say.
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, family.
So
Hit the like button, family.
Blow to him because he's
I appreciate
not only they did it because they don't want him intimidating people and making calls and trying to influence the case, but it's also going to really tie the hands no matter how much money he has for lawyers or how many lawyers he has.
Yeah. I have a question, Lisa. I believe they reported that he was in the shoe. Is that true? Like,
yes,
they put him in.
Yeah. Special housing. It's called special housing unit,
right?
Which is what's reported. It's very hard to find out exactly where he is or to confirm where he is. We know he's at MDC in Brooklyn. That's the big federal detention center, right on the water. When you're going, you come out of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, and you're heading down to South Brooklyn or to Staten Island. But it's been, that place has been. It's just. I mean, there was a congressman that went there when we were doing the stories. Jerry Nadler, to take a look at it because the conditions were so inhumane, and if it had been another country, people would have been like outraged about it. But and we hear reports too. The other thing too, I think, we hear reports too that anybody can get a phone certain price at MDC. Some of that is street law. Some of it has happened in the past.
Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, fam.
But the reality is,
people in this bitch.
This
Hit the
is
like
a
button,
man
family.
who could have anything he wanted at any time. Had a private jet, which he's trying to sell now, which was supposed to be a sign of good faith that he wouldn't flee the country. Right. That he can have anything he wants. He's in his cell. He has like a basic bed. And he's behind bars.
That's crazy. You go from a mansion to a closet. You was oh my God, I can't put that in words. You fell. You got 3, 4, 5 mansions. Now you living in a closet. Like, yo, that would make you go insane. If anything else, I don't know what. I can't do that. I can't go that backwards. That's going super, super, super backwards. You go from mansions, jewelry, bank accounts, fat, any chick in the world to living in a fucking closet. Oh, that's shit crazy.
Limited visiting, very tough, very restricted visiting, even with his own lawyers.
Hit the like button, family. I appreciate it, fam.
I want to shift to Kim for a second because, some folks are asking the question, what does this do for his legacy? I
just talked about that. Like, I see the poll at the bottom, his legacy. Does this affect his legacy? That's one of our polls. Hit that.
You can mourn the loss of his legacy and what he has contributed to the culture because he has provided so much to our lives in terms of music, escaping, or what was you doing at that moment when he dropped that song, and also understand that if he did commit these crimes,
You mean if?
and found guilty,
You mean if? You mean he did, but how severe is it? He definitely did most of these crimes. That's just a fact. That's just me just knowing how that nigga act, just watching this nigga for so long, his demeanor. I'm like, bro, he did that shit because he's just too cocky. You get too cocky, you think you untouchable, then you think you're untouchable, you get put in your place. That's exactly what's going on with Diddy.
he should equally be held accountable for his actions.
That's what's happening
how
now.
I personally
How would you
feel.
feel about
And,
saying Jay-Z is the one
I
who
think it's
lined
sad
Diddy up?
when you have been blessed with
Hey, might be.
things
I heard a
that
lot
you've
of
been
stories
blessed
about Jay-Z as
and you
well.
misuse your opportunity. And you have
I heard
so
a lot of
much
shit
to
about
lose.
Jay-Z too.
You built a $1 billion empire. You have
Never
so
know. He
much
might.
to
He might get an indictment. You never know. Like you never know because a lot of people were involved with these sex trafficking. When you say sex trafficking and flying girls out for sex and sex parties and being involved with drugs, there's so many people that can be involved with this. It ain't just Diddy. He could. I feel like he might. If anything, if he don't take a plea deal, he might start naming motherfuckers. I don't know how that's going to save him because I don't feel like they're going to tell other people that they got hard evidence, but he might name drop a couple of names or might see a couple celebrities on the damn videos, you know what I mean? Dancing.
lose. And you didn't change your behaviors.
She ain't
And
let
got
it.
grace before. We talked about the thing that happened on the party. We talked about the Club New York incident. These were public things that had happened, and you got grace. You were never convicted of those things. So you would think that would change your behavior, and the people around you
Ain't learn his
would
lesson.
have said, you know what, this is my friend. He has too
Man,
much
she was
to
at the
lose.
party.
No
Why you
sex,
hiding?
no drugs, no whatever these addictions or vices are. He has way too much to lose. I am sad that his legacy will now be tainted
Are you sad?
by all this. And I'm equally sad at the fact that these women had to suffer allegedly on this level of abuse. And it's like, he was two people. To us, to the culture, he was this, but
Too many
behind
people,
right, and behind closed doors, he was this.
somebody else.
Right,
Right.
somebody else.
Somebody else.
I
Hey,
think the culture is really divided on this, right? I feel like although we're seeing these very, very serious allegations, if we're keeping it real, we can just take a scroll on our social media timeline and see that there are people who are still defending him. Okay, maybe I don't want to condone what I saw in the video with Cassie, but and there's a lot of excuses out there. So I feel like we have to take steps within our culture to police ourselves. I keep talking about something called enable culture. And being that Puff was just so powerful, he had so much money. He gave so many people opportunities. People learned from him. He mentored him. He was one of our hip hop icons. This is something that is a big stain on our community.
hit the like button, family. Hit the like button, fam.
We have to police ourselves before we get policed. And this is what's happening, I feel like, within our culture. These are conversations that people don't want to have. They don't want to talk about it when they hear about, or they even see, right? Like, I've been witness to things that I felt like are inappropriate.
She
I know
cooking. She
other
high as a
people have
motherfucker.
also witnessed that, in addition to even seeing things that they know
Scorpio
is
mommy,
wrong.
right?
It's
She's like
illegal.
high as hell.
So I feel like, and when women do speak up, and not just women, right? I don't want to make it seem like all of the victims are women, but a lot of times when women speak up, we are not supported, right? Yes, people were outraged
Got
when
some
they
more
saw
votes on
Cassie
here.
allegations, but there were also
87%
people
says it's gonna mess up his legacy, and 13% says
said
no.
things about her and came at her instead of kind of supporting her and really doing the
Hit the like button,
investigation,
family.
or even when you're out there reporting on the story, right? Like trying to figure out what's going on or giving her a fair shake. There are a lot of things said about her until that video came out. It wasn't until that video came out that everyone was like, oh, that's
This
wrong.
was real, right?
Yeah.
This is real.
And that's
They
the
didn't believe her.
problem. Like when people speak out, they're chastised for it.
Let's get a couple more likes, y'all. Let's get a couple more likes, fam. Hit the like, family. Hit the like button.
Start to pay more attention
Hit the thumbs up, family. Hit the thumbs up,
And I
fam.
think, you're absolutely right. We have to start policing ourselves. When we engage in these crimes and we do these things, we have to understand not only does it impact the culture, the people that look up to us, but also our family, our children, our grandchildren, or, our cousins, uncles, our nieces, our nephews, and then the victims have to go through years of recovery from that type of abuse.
And let me say that I also want to say, because we don't know internally if there were people within his camp that were maybe trying to tell him to stop, whether
fucker, please. There's people in his camp that were doing this shit with him. They're the ones that were supplying the damn baby oil. He the ones that were telling him, hey, go get 100 bottles, go get 500 bottles of baby oil. They're the ones that was putting the order in, getting this shit to damn hotels. Man, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
May have been happening, right? Like behind
Hit
closed
the like
doors.
button, family.
I'm hearing a lot of quotes from his lawyers about this, was his private life or what a man does. I'm misquoting him, but in a sense, it was like something about what he does.
Consenting. But there's a difference between a crime, and I think also too for women, and I think women, and I think also for young girls, and we've all gone through, we've all gone through it in one way or another, in whatever industries that we've been involved in. It is that our girls, especially our teen girls, our preteen girls that are like 10, 11, 12 years old, and the culture that they're in, the hypersexualized culture, we have to make sure that they understand, yes, you can look pretty here, but there's a thing of what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. They don't understand how other people may be interpreting the way that they look. And also they have to understand that they have to be taught nobody has the right to touch you if you don't want to be touched. And that if something does happen, you need to tell somebody, and your parent, your guardian, whoever it is, because a lot of these, and the sad thing to me too, like the R. Kelly case, I harken back to listening to some of the survivors. I will call them that. Some of the survivors. It's like there's very, very bad parental. A lot of them came from situations where it was almost as if, I don't want to say the parents were pimping them, but the parents were. This was, they were using
living vicariously through their kids.
Right, and things that a normal parent would be like, "Are you freaking kidding me? You need to get away from my daughter right now."
Yeah,
you need to get away from my daughter. Taking your picture,
right, Stone.
And if you come back here again on the block, or whatever it is, I'm going to
hit
do
the like button, family.
And I think that's a sad thing. And I think the reality too, we need to
Diddy was Victoria. Diddy was doing too much drugs. That's a fact.
About this case,
there was that too, because there was a time where Diddy never did drugs. California, Miami is when he really started to get indulged into like a lot of like pills and ecstasy and shit like that. Like, yeah, man, them drugs is out there.
It's 5 females. Wow. So that's gonna play.
Hit the like button, family.
Because you have 5 women who came.
Hit the like button, family. I definitely appreciate everybody in the chat room. Everybody was kicking with me, but definitely please hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it.
Up through law school, came up through a very rigorous is the word I would use, career track in order to become federal prosecutors, and I'm sure they're gonna make sure. I'm sure they want to make a statement with this too, and make sure that everything is on the dotted line. And TT, to your point about
she cooking, boy,
his contribution to the culture. I mean, I always remembered it with one of the things was, he was the first one to wear a suit jacket, look cool in formal clothes.
He made being an executive cool.
Right, exactly. And then of course the music and all the things that both of you said so far. But I think this case is going to come down to, it's more serious. I've asked people about how does this compare to Weinstein, because Weinstein keeps getting hit with more cases.
We got a lot of votes. We got a lot of votes on this poll.
And they said there's a big difference.
We get as much votes on the poll and likes. Let's get some more likes, y'all.
California's a state case. The new one here in New York is a state case. He's not dealing with a federal case, and it's case by case where the Fed, like the Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan prosecutor, or Eric Gonzalez, the Brooklyn prosecutor, for them to take a case, somebody has to have gone to the police or to his office, but most likely the police, and filed a complaint and made a complaint that XYZ, they stole my car, they stole my purse, or this guy punched me, or whatever. It's exactly the opposite with the feds. They keep investigating, and then when they're ready and they see what they can do with it, then they do something with it. And this is the result. I think a lot of people were like shocked, but again, this is the thing I would watch. Who are going to be the other names? Who's going to be the superseding indictments? I'm going to be in court every time.
Yeah, I see that clip of that shit, man.
That's on this show, because I know you will be in court.
She high as hell, boy.
Every day.
She was at Diddy parties.
On the street.
Out front of the court.
Out front of the court. Lisa Evers, you are amazing. I've been watching you since a young girl, and to see all the work that you have put into journalism and just being on top and sticking to the facts. And, it's such a weird space with media right now. Everybody just runs with like a lot of things that are just false.
Social
And,
media now.
to have you here breaking down the facts and looking at the evidence and taking the time out to speak with our audience, I really do appreciate that.
Well, TT, I appreciate the opportunity.
That's what's up, y'all. That's what's up. So they ended that. So that was the end of that Hot 97 with Lisa Everett, you know what I mean, from the news channel. She's actually been in the courtroom, so I'm actually gonna keep in contact with that station because she's been in the courtroom. So she knows a lot of shit that's going on with Diddy that a lot of people don't know. She's actually been in the courtroom sitting down. So I'm actually gonna listen to her opinion a lot. So yeah, definitely keep in contact with me. Sub to the page, hit the like button, notification bell. I appreciate all the moderators that show love to the platform, even the trolls, even people that didn't hit the like button. Just you kicking it with your boy, I appreciate it. You feel me? If you got anything you want to promote, you got a brand, let me know. We mobbing there. I'm about to drop a couple of shorts in a couple hours, so definitely sub to the page. Go check out my EP I dropped a few years ago. You know what I mean? Like, just support the page. You rock with me, with you. You feel me? On that note, hope everybody have a blessed rest of your day. I might go live again in a few hours. But definitely watch out for my short videos coming soon. Holla at y'all. Everybody be safe out there.